Hey everyone, Nick here at Windance,
John.
and we are here for another episode of Boardshop Banter, where we get geeky on gear here at Windance Boardshop. And today we're looking at the new F1 foil lineup for 2026. Big story in the new F1 foil lineup, they're changing their connection. They're moving to what they call a T2 connection. So we'll talk about that in just a minute, but what does that mean for you? It means you're going to get access to some really sweet masks that we're going to talk about. Skinnier, lighter, stronger, and they're going to be coming out with a new range of front wings as well. First, kind of upgrading some of the ones that we already know and love in the lineup. So let's jump into it. Let's talk about that T2 connection system. So John, what are you seeing there?
Well, this looks probably similar to what people might call as a Tuttle connection, where it has this type of head on it and it goes into a well into the fuselage. However, unlike a Tuttle connection, this happens to be tapered in both directions. The width and the narrow part are tapered in right here. So when this connection gets inserted into the fuselage, you have a very tight fit. And in fact, you have a fit so tight that you can wedge this thing in here and actually hear it seat itself in there. And I'm picking this up by the fuselage only.
He is not touching the mast right now. That is just fuselage.
That's how tight it is. So when you put a couple of M8 bolts in here, it just gets super solid.
Yeah, that is not going anywhere.
But also this mast happens to be a UHM, ultra high modulus. What is the lightest, the fastest, and strongest mast that I know of on the market. And this has a wider point at the base and a narrow part at the fuselage connection. So that is going to give you early lift with the wideness. And as the foil lifts, you get down to this narrow part, and that's going to increase your speed as well. So there's just less surface area. And yeah, Nick, did you have some comments on?
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. You know, I think continuing to make the mast even smaller and more efficient is really going to help folks kind of reach the next level of performance. And we'll talk a little bit more about the mast in another video. But you know, the next thing I'm seeing is they've kind of changed that connection point there too.
The slotted holes. Huh?
Yeah. So it looks like you'll be able to kind of tighten it down and then loosen them up and then disengage the mast without having to take all your bolts out.
Awesome.
Yeah.
No more losing the bolts.
Oh, it's going to be so nice. Yeah. Save you a little bit of time when you're rigging up and rigging down. So yeah, that's the T2 connection. Now, what does that mean for compatibility? Obviously, F1 foils today do not use the T2 connection. They're using the Titan connection. So when we look at our front wings, the front wings are going to change. The front wings are going to have this new well system that John pointed out to fit with the T2 connection. So current wings are not going to be forward compatible with this new system. However, tails will be forward compatible. So you can use your existing tail if you've got a Skate 850 today and you love rocking your 161W tail. You can continue using that in the future with the new Skate 850 using the T2 connection, but you would need to get a new Skate 850 front wing as well as the mast to take advantage of that super strong connection.
Yes, sir.
All right, so that is the new F1 foil system. We hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button if you did, and check us out in the shop. We'll have these on demo and available for purchase. Don't forget to leave us a couple questions if you got any. We'd be happy to answer them. All right, we'll see you next time.